Hello, hello. Welcome to the show you've all been waiting for. Explain to me capital markets like I'm your grandmother. Now, yes, it's true. I am your grandmother, and my name is Lynn K. Please do not be deceived by the hair or the nice smile. I am still a grandmother. A jaja is what they call them. Now, today I'm joined with one of our very own here at the Capital Markets Authority. She's going to introduce herself. And please be glued because we're going to be talking about things that you're going to explain to your grandmother as you are. Then you'll be able to explain the seemingly complex concepts in the capital markets industry. We are breaking it all down. Please get a coffee, a cup of tea, anything that you really need to be able to settle in and get right into the conversation. Hi, Hermione.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Great.
Now you are my mwana muto.
Yes.
I am your grandmother. For purposes of this, let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it confused. Yeah?
Yes.
So, please introduce yourself, Muzukuru. Let people get to know who you are.
Thank you very much, Lynn. My name is Hermione Nakabugo, and I serve at the Capital Markets Authority. For purposes of this session, as Lynn already told us, I am the Muzukuru, and I'm quite excited to explain to my grandmother the very complex terms in capital markets. And I hope that you too will be able to then pass on the knowledge that you have learned from here to your grandparents and your siblings and your family at large.
Oh, yes. And now I really love this because the position has been set. And now I need to understand one thing. I've been trying to ask this question, but nganswala. I was ashamed to ask. But things like capital markets, I hear securities, shares, bonds. Na yao wa security ao. When you say securities, do you mean security money, security guard, bichi
I know it can be very confusing.
Yeah.
And even intellectual people sometimes don't get it right. And that's okay because we are all learning. We are all lifelong learners. So this is your opportunity to also learn about securities in particular. So in the capital market space, securities are, let's call it money, just like the security guard guards your home. Now, in the capital market space, securities are your finances, your investments, okay? The places where you keep your money. Those are the things that we call securities in the context of capital markets. And those include things like bonds, shares, and unit trusts. And I want to break it down. Shares. When we in capital markets, when we say you are buying shares in a company, I would like to liken it because you're my grandmother. I want you to understand you have planted fruit trees before so that your children are able to have fruits.
Yes.
When you plant a fruit tree today, you will not get the fruit. Say it's a mango tree. You will not get the mangoes tomorrow, will you? It will take some time.
Yes.
The tree will mature, will grow,
Yes.
and then it will produce mangoes. And even when the mangoes come, they are first small and bitter, then they keep growing and they become sweeter as they grow. That is what the concept of shares is like. You buy a portion of a company. Let's give an example. Lynn, Grandma Lynn has a company. Grandma Lynn's company is struggling to grow. Yes, Grandma Lynn decides, I want to sell a part of my company so that other Ugandans can bring their money to me and then I can grow my business. And when I grow my business, that means I make profits. And these people who bought a share or a piece of my company can get some returns from it. Similar to the concept of the mango tree. You plant, you water it, and then it grows over time. So that is how the shares concept works. Over time, as the company grows, it makes more profit, and then you who bought the shares or your grandchildren, because it is generational, okay? The Bible says a good parent leaves an inheritance for their children's children.
Ako nange Bible nsoma.
Oli mugezi nnyo, weebale. So that is the concept of shares. It is long term. It is meant to be for generations. That is why as the money grows, you also benefit and your children benefit. So it is long term. So let's now move on from shares to bonds. Bonds are...
Before we go to bonds,
Yes.
shares then means nti nno nsobola okugula, I can buy from a company shares.
Yes, if the company has been listed. Listing is like a registration because there is a place which can be called a market also. Not like a window market. There is a securities market. I've already told you securities are investments, your finances. So there is a market.
Hey, there's a market where those securities
are traded.
You can buy and sell at that market.
Very good.
Is that the securities exchange?
Very good.
Ah, muzukuru.
Oli mugezi nnyo jjajja. You're not old for nothing. The older you grow, the wiser you become. So yes, that is the Uganda Securities Exchange. That is the market where companies that need money go and find companies that have, or companies or people that have money that they want to invest somewhere.
So you have the savers wanting to invest, and then you have the companies looking for the capital or the money.
Very good. Very good. That is what happens on the stock exchange.
So you mean if I am a business owner and my company is getting bankrupt or insolvent or whatever, those big words I studied in my economics 20,000 years ago, I want to ask, if I am a business owner that is running out of cash to run my business, I can list on the stock exchange?
Yes, there are a certain number of criteria that you will need as a company to be able to list on the stock exchange.
Hey, not everyone can go.
Everyone can be prepared to go.
Okay.
Okay? And one of the greatest challenges, especially in Uganda, is that when it's a family-owned company or business, usually you want your granddaughter to work there, your son, your brother, because they all have something they can bring to the table.
Yes, but and I am the accountant, I am the manager, I am everything.
Very true. But the challenges that poses is when it comes to structures of corporate governance. Corporate governance simply means who heads the company, who is the accountant, who is what, who does what, when. That is the governance structure of your company or your business. And when it is your brother who is the accountant, for example, and he takes money out of your business, you will be more lenient with him. And so it will be very hard for me, an investor who has my money, to want to put it in your business because your brother might take the money and you will do nothing. That means my money...
Sente comes from the business.
Correct.
I am stranded, I need someone to help me. I call my brother. So you're mixing personal money with the business money. And in so doing, you're not upholding corporate governance.
You're not upholding corporate governance. That means you're not investment ready.
Gotta get that.
An investor cannot bring their money and put it in your business because your business has shown that it is not ready. It also calls for transparency. They will come and look at your books of accounts, see all the Kameza money that you removed from your business. It will be public information because remember, this is people's money you're using and you need to be able to show them how you are using it and how you are making profit or how you are making losses.
So you have to properly record everything.
You have to have proper records to be able to list, to get money from the public.
Ugandan family-owned businesses. Shall we manage?
Yes, why not? Why not? I think we can manage. Unless
we just have to have structure.
We just have to have structure. And I'm not necessarily saying employing your brother is a bad thing. Employ your brother, but your brother has to uphold the standards of accountability. He has to be accountable. He has to be transparent.
Is that why I have also seen that the Capital Markets Authority has a partnership with the Institute of Certified Public Accountants, and they are helping businesses report? It's called fire reporting.
Fire awards.
Yes.
That is it.
So you award people
we award people who are upholding the correct or the right standards. And these standards are not just for Uganda. They are worldwide, because we're not just trying to attract investors within Uganda. Of course, that is the best case scenario, because I know Ugandans have money. Jaja, you must have money under your mattress. But instead of your money sitting under your mattress and attracting thieves, why wouldn't you go and buy shares and make money for so many years?
Yes, and I know for shares you don't expect the fruit tomorrow.
No.
It is long term, like the mango tree you talked about in the beginning.
Very good. Because when you start eating those sweet mangoes.
So shares, if I'm looking long term, I've just got my money from the pension, and now I want... Okay, that is okay. I understand that one. Now I have understood shares. Okay,
What don't you
I buy a part of the company, and then I wait for the profits. The profits are called dividends, and then I am okay. Okay, ebirala sijja bigendamu. Waliyo be nasomye simanya capital naye tubireke. Kaakati tugende ku ekirala, which is the product of bonds.
Okay.
Nabyo mubikolako.
Judge, I would just like you to understand, as Capital Markets Authority, sife abakola ku bintu bino, we do not operate in the business. Naye kye tukola, we regulate, tuli bakalabalaba b'abantu abakola businesses zino.
You monitor.
Do you remember when you told me about Uganda Securities Exchange?
Yes.
Capital Markets Authority is not Uganda Securities Exchange. But Capital Markets Authority oversees the activities of the Uganda Securities Exchange. Yes. We are overseers.
So you regulate.
We regulate.
Okay.
Yes, we regulate, and we provide an environment that is conducive for the Uganda Securities Exchange to do the work that they do.
So as a judge, I am in some webinars and I hear things like CMA. So is CMA Capital Markets Authority?
Yes, CMA is Capital Markets Authority.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And is the regulator for the security, for the shares, for the Uganda Securities Exchange, who are the people who have the market where investors come and find people who need capital.
Where the shares are sold
where
and
the
traded.
Shares are sold and traded, and they can tell you the price on any given day.
Thank you very much, Muzukulu. Bitegedde ebyo bya shares. Kaakati ebya bonds. Bonds bannaye. Bonds mpulira treasury bill ne treasury bond. What is the difference ate byebiki?
Katutandike ku byebiki. What is a bond? Olaba gavumenti yaffe ne Uganda. Tunyumiddwa nnyo ensi yaffe. We have enjoyed this nation. You see things like roads, government schools, government hospitals. All those are built by the government of Uganda. But sometimes the government of Uganda doesn't have all the money it needs to do these things, to bring these services to us Ugandans. And so what do? They approach the Bank of Uganda. You know the Bank of Uganda?
Yes.
They approach the Bank of Uganda and tell them, look, we want to build some roads. And so Bank of Uganda says, okay, we hear you. How would you like us to help you? And then the government says, we would like you to issue some bonds. Now, a bond is when the government asks the public or the citizens of its country to lend it some money so that, lend is the key word, so that they can carry out some projects such as building roads, hospitals, schools to serve the citizens. And the government pays back this money over an agreed period of time.
Okay.
That is what they call government bonds. Now, you asked about treasury bills and treasury bonds, and now that is where the time factor comes into play. Treasury bills are short term. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Those are treasury bills. Then when you come to bonds, bonds start from 5 years, 10 years, 20 to 25, depending on what the government needs in that time.
Wow. Muzuku.
Yes.
You mean, wow, let me first understand. You mean that the government can borrow money from its citizens to work on short-term things?
Yes.
You mean I can lend our government money?
You can lend the government money. Again, I'll take you back to the Bible that tells us that you will lend to the nations. The only way you can lend to the nation is through bonds.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Wow.
But the other upside to that is because you are a citizen of Uganda. Do you plan to change nationality?
No.
Do you plan to leave your country?
Okay, I'm not sure.
You should never change nationality. Because you're a citizen of Uganda and the government of Uganda is here. And even if the government changes, the Bank of Uganda still remains as the Bank of Uganda.
Yes.
So
And
they
the
have your
government
records
is
and they can never default.
unless the government has disappeared.
It
vanished.
can't disappear. It can only change leadership.
But
That
the
is
government stays.
But the government stays.
So they are really safe investments.
They are really safe, and Uganda is not the first to ever do this. Even other governments lend to their citizens, rather their citizens lend to the government. The US, the United Kingdom, all those countries you love and want to go to. The way that they do the work that pleases their citizens, the way they bring services to their citizens is through things like bonds, treasury bills, and treasury bonds.
Neighbor Nanki, you people have overconfused us. Every time I hear capital markets, I be thinking I can't participate in these things.
No, Jaja. Now are you sure that you can participate?
Yes, because borrowing, I mean, I have money. I have money under the mattress.
I know you have money.
All I have to do is get it out and then go. I only go to my bank and tell them I want to give the money to government.
The government of Uganda.
And then the other one, let me first remember, shares. Shares, all I have to do is to walk to Uganda Securities Exchange.
Just like they are house brokers. No, waliba broker b'amayumba, ab'amataka. Yeah? Waliwo ne babroka mu bizinesi eno gye tukolamu oba gye twenyumirizaamu. Kaakati
wowe bagula shares.
Broker or broker in English is a person that knows the people who need these shares and also knows the prices of the shares on the stock exchange. So a securities broker
securities
is the one that knows the prices of the shares, say, of MTN. They know the price of shares in Airtel. They know the price of the shares at Stanbic. They know the price of the shares at DFCU. All the listed companies in Uganda, even some in Kenya. Okay? And because they know that price, the person who has money, you Jaja, can approach a broker that is licensed by the Capital Markets Authority and ask them what are the share prices today. Now you've already counted that money under your mattress. So what is the price of MTN shares? They tell you. What about Airtel? They shall tell you. Stanbic, they tell you. Uganda Clays, they tell. After they've told you all the prices, as Jaja, you sit down, you say, well, I put some in MTN, some here. You can even ask them, last year, how much in dividends did MTN pay their shareholders? And they will tell you that information because they have it. Then you can make a decision that is informed and say, now I am going to buy my shares in this company. You can even ask them, how long has this company been operating in Uganda? What profit did they have last year? These people have this information. But also this information, when a company is listed on the stock exchange, they publish this information on their websites free of charge. You can go and look at it exhaustively and make a good investment decision. Because a good investor is an informed investor.
And an informed investor is a protected investor.
Very good, Jaja. I like that. Yes.
Kubanga olusi ffe bwe tuba tetubitaddemu omuntu oba broker ng'ali licensed by the Capital Markets Authority, tugenda ne tubiteeka mu bafere. Waliyo n'abafere abagamba nti nno waliyo unit trust. Tugendayo eyo.
Tugendeyo, Jaji. Why not?
Tugendeyo eyo bannange. Because abafere nga bafuuse bafere. We have, I think, what I have seen as investment fraud. People are moving from one bank, getting all their money, and they invest it in something they think it's an investment opportunity, only for them to be scammed. So, nzo ndowooza kyentegeddemu wano, if you have your hard-earned money and you want to invest it, go and put it in licensed, regulated entities and persons by the Capital Markets Authority.
Yes.
CMA. That is the only way we shall be able to save ourselves.
So, Jaja, mwina saako oba mwina ebibiina?
Tubeera n'ebibiina eyo. Nakasongole eyo.
Ebibiina bikola bitya?
Ebibiina munnaye ffenna tuteekayo akasente buli mwezi. Waliyo ekirala kyagala ekibiina ekyagala buli lunaku. Kisinziira naye tuteekayo buli mwezi. Kakati taaniyo weetuuka nga gwe agenda okufuna ezo ssente, kakati nze zange ngenda zifuna ku Christmas. Ekyo ngendo zeekola baaba, ngendo ziteeka mu bazzukulu naye era nja ziteeka
bannange. Can you imagine having a Jaja who's thinking about spending their money on you?
Sente zange zonna za bazzukulu.
Kakati Jaja kankulabule. Waliwo ekisinga ekibiina ekyo ky'oyogerako. Ye unit trust gy'obadde ombuuza. Kakati, in a unit trust, you bring your money, mukyala
gundi
neighbor naye n'aleeta ezize. Ne mwami mukulu naye n'aleeta ezize. Nga bwe mukola mu kibiina ekyo ky'onnyumirizza. Owulidde? Mwenna ne muleeta ssente zammwe. Ne muziwa unit trust manager oba fund manager. Waakwata ssente zammwe omanyi kyazikozesa? Agenda n'abanoonyeza engeri gy'asobola okusigamu ensimbi zammwe. He looks for investment options that will make you money, that will earn you interest daily. Buli lunaku oba ofuna amagoba ku ssente zo.
Ate ne interest efuna interest.
Ne interest woba osazeewo okugimuddiza naye eba ekola.
Ekyo kye bayita compounding. nakugamba nasomako economics
oba kuba olina wano compound gy'osinga kati oli wano mu compounding.
Nedda munnaye compounding interest nagitegeera ddeeyo mu 1960.
Obugambo bw'obumanyi.
Ate ku unit trust kyenjagalako kubanga be nawulira nga omwana wange oyo yali e London yakomawo n'aŋŋamba mbu yagiteeka mu unit trust muno ez'Uganda. Ogambye zifuna amagoba bulijjo.
Buli lunaku, buli lukya.
Kaakati amagoba ng'ogateekamu era. Era nako kaddamu.
Okitegedde.
Kaakati ffe ab'ekibiina lwaki ssente zaffe tetuziteeka omwo?
Musobolera ddala. Era mwalwawo dda. Baabalyako dda amagoba. Musobolera ddala okukwata ekibiina ne mugenda ne mukiwandiisa ewa unit trust manager. Unit trust manager n'afuna national IDs zammwe n'abawandiisa ne muteekayo ssente zammwe. Kaakati bwe mubanga mu kibiina oleeta omutwalo neiba n'aleeta omutwalo nga weeba taaniyo ng'ogenda kufuna emitwalo 10 ate wa unit trust manager tofuna 10 gyokka. Ate ne ssente zo w'ozaagala ekinene ennyo 72 hours ennaku 3 ekinene ennyo naye nga ne mu lunaku lumu ssente zo bw'osobola ozikolaki.
Kasita mbagamba nti nzaagala.
Kasita obagamba nti ssente zange nzeetaaga nga bazikuwa ng'ozikozesa ky'oyagala.
Bannange simanyi anti namunaye ojja kunsonyiwa twatandise mu Luzungu ne tugenda mu Luganda kubanga Oluganda kaakati bwe mba ntegeerera kaakati nkitegedde. Kaakati capital market securities mbitegedde.
Obitegedde? Kati mbuuzaayo ekibuuzo ekirala kubanga era toyinza kubanga byonna tubimazeeyo. Mbuuzaayo ekibuuzo ekirala eki.
Kaakati kyensobola okubuuza bwe mba njagala kufuna unit trust manager nga mu trustinga ngenda wa?
Kaakati ebifo by'ojja okusanga ba unit trust manager abali licensed unit trust managers can be found on the Capital Markets Authority website ku mutimbagano gwa internet. Gy'ojja okulaba buli muntu
bonna nga n'ennamba zaabwe kweziri.
N'ennamba zaabwe kweziri, adressi zaabwe kweziri, wa we basangibwa. Ebyo byonna we biba biganye nga tomanyi bulungi kukozesa internet. Kwata ekkubo ojje ku offisi zaffe. Tuli Kololo, ekizimbe bakiyita Uganda Business Facilitation Center, ku 8th floor, kwe kuli Capital Markets Authority. Era naffe tuba tusobola bulungi okukulagirira era n'okukulaga ba unit trust manager bonna abalina license okukola business ya unit trust. Tusobola okukulaga ba broker bonna abalina license okukola omulimu gw'aba securities broker.
N'abawa investment advising.
N'abawa amagezi bannaaye abawa amagezi. Jjajja si buli omu asobola okuwa amagezi.
Ag'okuinvestinga kubanga munnaye kituufu olusi objectives zidifaringa. Objective yange yakusavinga long term oba short term.
Okitegedde.
Kaakati bondi oba kugambye nti 20 year bondi nga ssente zo zaagala enkya ku makya osobola oziteekayo? Tosobola. Waliyo kampuni eyajja nti esobola okuwa amagoba.
Ng'egakuwa gatya?
Mubaliyo ka bizinesi ke bakola awo n'ekuwa amagoba naye amagoba nga mangi nga bakuwanga 50% mu magoba. Ate nga nze mmanyi ne ku bondi we nabuuza ekinene nnyo bakuwa 18%. Kaakati ono wa 50%. Banaye ng'akola nnyo. Kaakati nayo mukwano gwange n'agenda n'ateekayo eyo.
Kale katwogere ku bafere.
Tubafuna batya abo abafere bannaye? Tusobola kubanga bajja ne batukonvinsinga. How do we know that this is a right person and this is a wrong person?
First and foremost, if anyone is rushing you, we waba wakupapya bannaye temupapa.
Ate mbamanyi bajja ne bagamba olina okuinvestinga akadde katono, investinga kati.
Balabika baali bakwegezezza.
Of course, naye nze simala gateekayo ssente zange.
Omuntu yenna
Tosobola kumpapya.
Omuntu yenna akupapye agamba bannaye jjajja wootateeka wano ssente zo leero enkya bano abantu bagenda baleke bagende. Mujjukira bwe nabagambye omuti gw'omuyembe tegukula mu lunaku lumu. Ekintu kyonna ekirungi ekirina omugaso tekyetaaga kupapira. Otwala obudde bwo ekintu n'okitegeera n'okifumiitiriza n'obalaabalamu nti ddala we nteekayo ssente zange emitwalo 10 mu ddakiika 3 ne zifuuka mitwalo 5 oli mulogo. Mitwalo 10 zifuuka zitya mitwalo 5 mu ddakiika 3? Tekisoboka. So waliwo ebintu ebitasoboka. Naye buli lw'oba
abantu tebaagala kukola munnange, nze bamanyi baagala ebintu biri quick. Naye ebintu ebiri quick baaba.
Ekisookera ddala omuntu yenna akupapya eyo ye sayina esooka nti yandibanga mufere oba mubbi.
Kituufu.
Sayina ey'okubiri kebera oba balina layisensi ya Capital Markets Authority. Ate nga layisensi eyo ekola oyo omuntu kyakola. Si nti nina layisensi ya broker ate nzize kuwa magezi.
Kakati ky'oba ogamba ngende ku website ya CMA ndabe ali ku eyo listi gy'oŋŋambye nkebereko. Waba taliiko saagala kumanya.
Mugambe genda weetereeze olyoke okole ki? Okomewo.
Genda weetereeze wa CMA.
Buli muntu gwe tuwadde layisensi ya Capital Markets Authority okola business. Alina kukola business eyo gye tumuweeredde layisensi.
Ate muba mubalaba nti bali fit and proper ku conducting eyo business.
Tuba twabakebedde dda gwe tolina na bakebera. Kasita olaba layisensi ng'otegeera. W'olaba layisensi omusajja aleese layisensi eriko linnya lya mukazi. Mu butuufu oyo lwaki oba okolagana naye? Gye bali. Nasarodo ogiwulira e Kampala. Basiiba bacupula bintu. So oyina okwebeereramu ng'omuntu naawe n'okola research yo.
Kituufu.
Kitegeerekese. N'ekirala w'oba omuntu tomwekakasa kwata essimu tukubira essimu. Otubuuze nti waliwo omuntu gundi ne gundi agambye ava wano. Ayina ekintu kyandeetedde kirabika weekiti ate kirabika kifuna kiralo. Naye mbadde njagala kubuuza abantu bano mubamanyi?
Ate n'oluusi ebintu byabwe biba tebitegerekeka munnaye nga bagamba balina bizinesi wano, simanya ofiisi eri wano nga tebitegerekeka.
Gendayo olabe ofiisi weeri. Ate ennaku zino baŋŋamba bamanyi okusiteginga ofiisi ne bagitegeka n'eba nnungi nga woolaba ekifo kino.
Nga ku myezi
3 n'okomawo nga tewakyali ntebe.
Tebaliiwo.
Nga baggalawo dda. So bannaye twegendereze tetupapa. Ssente ziteeke mu unit trust.
Weewaawo. Bannaye amayoni muzzukulu weebale nnyo okutuwaga amagezi. Ayino bajjajja bannange babitegedde.
Wensuubira nange.
Babitegedde. Kakati ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you have got something. We have talked about securities in the capital markets. We've talked about the products. We've talked about how you can be able to earn and invest and grow your wealth here. At the Capital Markets Authority, there are so many opportunities that they say are involved in this space. Please get all the knowledge that you need, get your facts right, and start investing today. Now, I've been your host, the grandmother, Lynn Duque, and I would like to let you know that if you would like to reach the Capital Markets Authority on a toll-free line, I'll just read it out for you. It's 0800 100 031. I'll repeat that. 0800 100 031. Please report any investment scam that you see around you on that number, or you can also try and verify any investment entity before putting your hard-earned money. Or you can simply come to the CMA offices. Again, that information is available on our website at www.cmauganda.co.ug. Start your investment journey today. This video is brought to you by the Capital Markets Authority. I thank you.